Hello guys, and we're back here today for another video. Today I will be restarting the series Pokémon The Alternate Take. I know what you'll be saying, but the Round 1 video was voted first. I have two things to say to that. One, can't argue with numbers, but I can ignore them. Two, I have three series that I want to start, and one of them will be monthly, so I at least want to get started on the pattern that I will eventually follow. That monthly video will end up being the last of the month and will continue to be until they are all done. I imagine that series will probably be finished before my Pokemon Region 1, and this one especially. Okay, so why don't I explain everything? I was inspired originally by Pokemon Reboot, and when they stopped I jumped at the chance. I started before them, but whatever. With the new Galar, which is based on the country I am from. But when they quit, I decided to go all out and restarted at Kanto. Then decided I'd stop and do all the starters first. Then I stopped. I then continued on Instagram and restarted again, but with blank sketches I could use to turn into digital art. So here we are now. Some rules I want to establish for this series. I'm allowed to change their type, to some extent. If they have a secondary type, I can remove it or change it. But I have to keep one of their types if I want to change it. I could change the silhouette shape and their overall design. I can't change their information such as egg group, height, weight, etc. Their inspiration, it has to appear somewhere within the evolution line. But I can add further inspiration and a new concept if I please. I of course can't change the name or the amount of forms it has. So let's go over what I like and dislike about Bulbasaur. I dislike the proportions, but I do like the fact that the plant grows with the Pokemon. But the plant should reflect its name. The dinosaur features a grasp onto the frog too early, considering the fact that its type theme is supposed to arrive at the final stage. And I feel like it's not different enough from each other. Sure, it's better than something like Pawmi, Pomo, and Pawmot. However, other than the flower, Ivysaur is just a bigger Bulbasaur, and Venusaur is just a bigger Ivysaur. It's the previous one, but bigger. Without further ado, may I welcome the Bulbasaur redesign. Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon, a pure grass type. Scientists have no idea where the plant on its back has come from, due to there being no witness of its birth. The food it eats, along with sunlight the plant absorbs, is distributed equally among the two life forms. It will spend its time with its army trying to find the best spot to get energy from, while Venusaur will watch over them. So this is the finished result, and I have to say that it's an interesting design I've made. The colours are inspired by tree frogs, especially the shiny, which is based on the Japanese tree frog, and also has a yellow bulb as a reference to its normal shiny. Well, its original shiny in the actual one. I reviewed what I did like about it, and what I didn't like, and what I had to keep, and so I kept that all in there. The only reason I dislike it having the poison type is because it kind of doesn't need it design-wise. Ivysaur may be named after Poison Ivy, but it's not anywhere in its design. It's not there. It's just named after it, but the Poison Ivy itself isn't there. And I'm pretty sure the only reason that Venusaur is grass poison because the tree on Venusaur's back is based on a corpse lily, which smells bad. But that's kind of the gimmick of Gloom and Vileplume, is it not? So, yeah. So to save some time, it's a pure grass type now, and it's the new type combo for its evolution. Well, not new, like not completely new, but I mean like just not grass poison. The reason for its change is because more recent starters have a bigger head and smaller body. And I like those proportions, because the whole point of a starter is that they're supposed to grow alongside the trainer. That's why the middle stages tend to be aggressive or emo. They're supposed to be human-like without actually being human-like. Looking at you, starters that are bipedal for absolutely no reason at all. Mostly just Ember, because I don't think I could do a quadrupedal wizard cat. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing here. I made it with rounder shapes to be more childlike. So why don't we see what Ivysaur looks like, because it's evolving right now. Ivysaur, the Venus Pokemon, a grass and dark type. Due to the plant itself needing more energy than Ivysaur, it's taken a more sheltered personality. The more sunlight it absorbs, the more the flower on its back will swell, and when it releases a sweet aroma, it has taken all the energy it needs. Ivysaur is then fully able to collect the energy needed to prepare for evolution. The bulbs guarding its flower can give a nasty shock to whoever touches them. So with this Ivysaur redesign, I went into the more drained feeling that teenagers usually have. I have plenty of experience in that department. So the bulbs that were in either side of Bulbasaur have now tripled, and they are based on poison ivy buds. But it's not poison type because I wanted to explore another aspect of it. Pokemon like Victreebel and Carnivine are based on carnivorous plants, but they seem more kind than they really should be. The Hellhound Pokemon is vicious. Why can't the Hell plants be? So you can probably guess how Venusaur is going to be with the typing and the new category. I've made them more frog-like, but I am aware that they are also based on dinosaurs too. Has anyone heard of the Scutosaurus? Venusaur, the Venus Pokemon, grass and dark type. The plant on Venusaur's back produces a soothing aroma that lures in prey for Venusaur, which it then devours. The aroma is so soothing that it was witnessed to end the rage of a primate. When enough solar energy has been absorbed, the plant can spring up and act as a secondary mouth for a time before needing to rest. Due to the size of the plant, Venusaur's legs are strong and sturdy in order to carry its weight. For here, I decided to make it look like a Scutosaurus, which, I think it looks quite a bit like Venusaur, minus the huge head and symbiotic relationship with plants. I thought it would be better to give it an actual Venus flytrap, which is part of its etymology. I didn't want the buds to grow into poison ivy because what's the point of that when I've already seen it been done with Venusaur redesigns? And I know that Soa has given it an actual Venus flytrap, but it kind of needs it. And I do think the dark type fits better now instead of the poison type, so there's that. What can I do but maybe come up with a new concept for the new Mega Evolution? Mega Venusaur, the Venus Pokemon, a grass and poison type. The aroma given off by its plant has turned foul and is too soaked in mud to use sunlight as an energy source. As such, due to mega evolution, the plant has shrunk and grown multiple heads. The film around its body is completely toxic and dangerous for anyone to be around this Pokemon for too long. So here is the new Mega Evolution, which I have decided to give a new concept, and that is a swamp theme. So it is poison type again, and you may notice the Venusaur right in its forehead. I decided for this redesign series that if an evolution or alternate form requires an item, then it should be on the design. So yes, Ninetales will be wearing the Firestone somehow. I don't know yet. I also slightly redesigned the Mega symbol as it is clearly meant to be shaped like DNA. But you know what other symbol I've redesigned? The Gigantamax one. Gigantamax Venusaur, the Venus Pokemon, a grass and dark type. The plant on its back can shoot off its back and slam into opponents. If it were to smack a 10-story building, it would topple easily. The aroma released by this giant plant is so sweet and so pollen-packed that any who breathes it in will pass out. So yup, the G-Max forms don't require an item, but Mega Evolution redesigns have their symbols on their body. So I basically kept the same concept in that the plant becomes overwhelming for its body. And I also kept the scales that the Kanto G-Max forms have. They're glowing. You know, like, they have scales. I don't know why, it's just the Kanto G-Max ones. Just like, I don't know, scales is like the only word I can use to describe it. And they're all reptilian. So, yeah. Anyway, so the colors are even darker, and I'd say show the dark type better. The clouds have been changed to resemble the chain that is used to capture the legendary in Legends Arceus. That is eventually rebuilt into the Legends Ball. You know, like that chain? Genuinely can't remember what it's called. But you know, like, if, like, depending on your choices, you get to catch a legendary using that chain, and then gets broken, and you have to rebuild it into the Legends Ball to catch the other legendary, you know? Alright guys, that's it for this first episode of Pokemon The Alternate Take. In the next one, in the next episode of my channel video, I'll introduce you to some of the Pokemon in Vonaleo's Route 1, which includes the regional rodent, a regional bird, Fido, a regional bug, and Miskid. Wait, but Fido is a Gen 9 Pokemon, and Miskid is made by Pokeball. Go check out his channel. So does that mean new evolutions? Maybe, but you'll have to wait, as I'll introduce you guys to the regional rodent and bird first. And besides, I think everybody else knows what they already look like, except for the Fido evolution, since that was, like, new. And I already did a video on the others. However, they're going to be redesigned. Some of them slightly, but, you know, whatever, they're going to be redesigned. Maybe even art style change, whatever. Just, you're going to get to see them in digital art. That's good enough, right? But anyway, yeah, regional rodent and bird first. So, with that out of the way, guess you guys will have to wait and see what we do here, because there's that video, and then I'll also have to continue with this series, and then there's the monthly series that I'm going to be doing that will come out around the time at the end of January and the beginning of February. It will come out around that time, and there will be maybe 18 episodes to this series. if you maybe see where I'm going. I'll see you guys next time.